Hey everybody, welcome back to episode number 5 of Off the Clock, and today we're here with Hannah Smith from SBU Soccer.
I'm Hannah. I'm a sophomore at St. Bonaventure, and I'm on the women's soccer team.
So what made you fall in love with soccer, and how has that changed over the years?
I think the reason I started playing soccer was I have an older sister, Haley, and it kind of just happened since she was playing soccer. And then it kind of just became like a bonding experience for my whole entire family. We would always train. My dad loves sports, so he would always train with us, and then we would always just go to the field together, and that kind of started my love for the sport.
So how has your experience playing for St. Bonaventure been so far? What stands out about being a part of the program?
I think the main thing that stands out to me is how close we are as a team. On the field, we're really close, but even if you look at us off the field, if we see anyone on campus, we start talking, say hi. We're really close this year, and I think the main thing I love about the team this year is that we're supportive no matter what, because when you're on a sports team, you're obviously competing for positions, playing time, but at the same time you want the best for everyone, because if that person's playing the best, then the team's going to be the best it can be too.
Is there anything you do outside of practice that really enhances that team bond together?
I would say the main thing was we're here a month before everyone's here, so the only people you see for a month straight is your teammates, and we did so many team bonding things. And that's also the thing, we come in with 25 friends before everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to have people already supporting you.
Is there anybody in particular on the team that could really light up the whole team if you're all down on your luck that day?
I think 2 people, they're both our captains this year, is Hannah Walker and Paula. They're both completely different people, but Hannah Walker is gonna be encouraging, and she's the sun, brightest person you'll ever meet. And then Paula's gonna be come on, I know you can do better, I want you to do better.
So do you have a pregame routine, and is there something you do before every match?
I listen to Dreams and Nightmares before every game, and I also put my socks on the wrong feet.
Really? How does one put their socks on the wrong feet? Are they labeled?
Yeah, I'll put the left one on my right foot, and then, yeah.
So do you have a favorite game or moment that's really stuck with you so far in your soccer career?
Honestly, all the games I played on my club team were probably my favorites, especially the traveling ones. We won state cup, I think 4 times maybe, and that was obviously really fun to do. That's our important games, and I loved the team I had and the friendships I've made because of that.
So what's something about the team that people might not realize when they're watching you guys play?
It's probably what I said earlier. We're
the bonding.
We're all really close friends.
So you work at a sport complex. You still, is it a summer job? So you...
Well, now it's whenever I go back home, but the whole year it's open.
So you've done that for 5 years.
Yeah.
How has that really shaped your experience with sports and teamwork?
Well, one thing that's really nice is I live in New York, so when it's the winter, I have a field to train at, whereas some people don't, they only have fields that are outside where they live, but I can go train inside whenever I want, basically. My boss there also will do individual trainings with me. There's a track there, I can lift there. I'll do co-ed games there sometimes, but it's also really nice because I get to coach kids, and I think it's also you get to help the community through the sport you love, and help them become a good player as well.
What do you think the biggest difference is between playing here on the women's team and going home and maybe playing a co-ed game or a co-ed practice?
I feel obviously I enjoy playing soccer they're here, but at home it's kind of jokes,
yeah,
it's more for fun. it doesn't really matter if you win the game or not, but obviously you do want to win it, but everyone just knows they're playing for fun. Like, there's not really a competition. But I do like going home and playing because I get to play with, like, people I played in high school or, like, people that were on different clubs as me or even the same club.
So what does being a Bonnie mean to you?
I think being a Bonnie means to me is being part of, like, a community, and I think it's bigger than, like, what everyone, like, thinks from, like, an outside perspective, because, like, at the end of the day, I feel like everyone here truly does want the best for everyone. Like, your professors want you to do good, people on different teams come to support your games, like, everyone supports each other, even people on your team, and I really like that, and I think that's what being a Bonnie means.
So how would you describe your growth while being here, not only as a person, but maybe as a player or both?
I think at least here, I feel like in high school I kind of didn't show my true colors to, like, everyone kind of was closed off. Like, obviously my good friends, like, knew who I was, but I feel like here I can be my true self without being judged. As a player, I think same thing, like, I've become more confident in myself between this year and the last year, and I think that has really helped me, and I think having the friends I do here has helped me to be a better person as well.
How was that transition from high school soccer to being here at Bonas? Was it more difficult than you thought it was going to be, or was it pretty smooth?
Oh, because my sister played soccer here too. My dad always told me, like, this is going to be the biggest challenge you're going to face, like, going from high school to college soccer. Like, nothing can really prepare you for that, like, no matter how hard you train and stuff. And it definitely was a big transition because you're playing, like, everyone here was the best on their high school team. Like, it doesn't matter, you were the best. Like, everyone was the best.
And coming into the closing of your second year, how is that really? Is there a big jump from the first to the second year?
I think so. I think I became more confident in myself and kind of used the chances I did get to play to, like, be confident and not be scared of making a mistake, because
everybody has to learn.
Yeah, you can fix your mistakes, but you just gotta not play shy, I guess.
Yeah. How do you balance being a student athlete and still find time for yourself? And what's kind of like your self-care routine?
I do think it is really hard to balance everything, because I'm an education major, but I want to teach biology, so I'm in all the sciences, sadly. And, like, it is really hard, but I'm a very big fan of planners. Like, I will write everything I have to do, like, to the T. Also this year, like, I think our coach really, like, emphasized, like, having time for yourself. Like, she wanted, like, if our day we didn't have anything, you did not have anything. Like, it wasn't like, oh, well, there's a team walk at 5:00 and you have to go volunteer at 7. Like, you truly didn't have anything on your off days, which was really nice.
When things get tough, who is that person that keeps you grounded?
Probably my family, but my sister is probably, like,
Because she's already been through it.
yeah, and she's, like, my best friend, and she's in PA school, so when I'm complaining, she's probably like, seriously? Like, she has it, like, 10 times worse than me, but she knows, like, the best advice to give me, I feel like, all the time.
And with your older sister being that impactful person and really leading you on the journey that she's already been through in a way, how else has your family really supported you in not only your athletic career, but your studies here?
Well, my parents, like, emphasize studies. Like, you're going to college to get a degree. Like, some people's parents aren't like that, but they, like, I'll be like, oh, I think I failed the test, and they're like, Hannah, like, you did fine, like, you studied, like, and they know I just, like, care a lot about my grades and, like, my performances, and they're like, you know what you're doing, you studied, you've played soccer your whole life, like,
You got it.
you know what to do, yeah, which is really nice, and, like, they always say the right things I need.
What's one thing that instantly puts you in a good mood after a long game?
Probably seeing my family, or, like, the text messages after a game, like when it's a good game. Like you did really good, like proud of you, like keep it up, that stuff. I really like hearing from my family after a game because I'm very family oriented, so it's nice. Or even like my friends from home when they're like, or like even like when they post like me on like their Instagram story or something, like I really like, it just shows like how supportive I like a good support system I have.
Those are important to have, and it really like it does mean a lot. And even if you're right after a game, you're like, thank you, like love you too. It really does touch your heart. It really does make you feel appreciated. So we're gonna go back home a little bit to your friend group that you've had since first grade.
Yeah.
How in the world have you guys stayed so close for so long and still stay connected? Because I'm assuming you guys are in different places now and you're not all right next to each other.
Well, one of them is named Mackenzie. She's at King's College. And then my other friend, Emily, she goes to Brockport. And, like, we've all played soccer together, like, high school. We do have, like, a friendship where it's, like, we don't need to text each other, like, every single day. Like, we pick up right where we left off, like, months even. Like, but when we go home, we make sure we see each other. And, like, having this friendship that has, like, really helped me, like, soccer-wise and school-wise, because I mean in high school we had classes together. They're both like going a STEM route, so it's nice to be like, oh, science is terrible, like, and they understand it. And then like also like talking about soccer, because like we can even train together. Like we'll be like, oh, fitness test, like you guys want to run it, like even though like none of us want to run it. But it's really nice. They've been my best friends like pretty much my whole life. So
what in the world made you want to be a biology teacher?
If I could choose, I would have done sign language, but not a lot of schools have that as a major.
That's fair.
And then biology is my second. And my biology teacher in high school was actually my soccer coach. And like his class was super fun, and he truly wanted students to do well. And I just want to be that type of person in people's life, like they can come to school and actually enjoy it and also do well.
You want to make the same impact on the kids that he had on you.
Yeah.
So you started substitute teaching.
Yeah.
So what really drew you to that, and what have you learned from stepping into the classroom recently?
Learning from like substitute teaching, it like goes to show like how students are very different in different districts, because I didn't teach or substitute teach at my district, and I was surprised with like the rules of the school, or like students.
Are you substituting teaching around here?
No.
Or at home?
Yeah, at home. I'm doing tutoring right now here. Yesterday was my first day. And I'm actually in a life skills class, which is like obviously very different than biology, but it is nice to see how like teachers teach in different ways, and like especially like the curriculum they have to be taught. So it is nice to like see that and like learn what methods are the best for students, because everyone obviously is different.
Have you picked up anything in particular since substitute teaching that maybe you didn't know beforehand from high school?
Probably like that my school was really strict. Like compared to, I was like, I don't even know. I went to like Allegheny late last year, and I was like, wow, if I was like in this classroom right now, I think all these kids would get detention. Like it was bad.
Because I grew up around here. I went to Cat Little Valley, so I'm really, really local. But these kids now are like, no way.
I was like,
there's no way I would be able to do all that.
They were like all talking when the teacher was talking, and I was like, oh my God. And she was pregnant, so I was like, this is adding so much more stress. I was like, oh my God.
So how do you see your passion for teaching and sports coming together after college?
Well, I definitely want to teach at my high school or school district that I went to. And
Go back
I do
home.
want to coach there as well, hopefully one day.
So you want to do exactly what your biology teacher did with you. Based off of this soccer season, because you guys are done, you're almost done?
Yeah, I think this is the second week we've been done.
How do you think the season went in your eyes?
I think we definitely could have done better than what we did, but I also think this year was a building year. We lost nearly our whole team. I think we had 7 returners possibly. So, and I really did like it though because we had a lot of students. So I feel like we had more a mature team. So like that helped like the players like be mature and not do certain stuff, and like I really liked that part.
So my last question for you is, if you had one piece of advice to young women in soccer who maybe want to play at Bonners or maybe play at the collegiate level, what would you say?
I think just keep working hard, and if that is what you want, then definitely strive for it. And it is a big challenge that you're going to have to face. And like you can't just go a week off. Like you have to be training, lifting, running, everything. Like it's not an easy thing to accomplish.
Thank you, everybody, for joining this week's episode of Off the Clock. Hannah, we really enjoyed having you, and stay tuned for new episodes every Friday.
Thank you.